All right, you can go on. Engineer Korir, you have a question? Yeah, you can put it over to Engineer Marambe.
How are you, Engineer Marambe?
Thank you, Engineer. I'm fine.
Okay, just some clarification. I listened to part of your responses.
Yes.
And especially on the part of what you are calling, is it unregisterable or uncredited courses?
Universities, yes.
I know the issue is, okay, for me, the way I think it is EBK overstepping.
Yes.
But I just wanted to ask you, apart from what EBK thinks, what is your personal view? I mean, like, have you worked with some of these people, and what would you say if you had the powers? What would you suggest be done?
I will say I've worked with the people who have gone through unaccredited courses, and they are qualified. The only issue, with accreditation, even when EBK was raising the issue, was sometimes you get there are some universities or courses that are offered, and you get even the lecturers offering the course are not of that core subject. So let's say you get a mechanical engineering student being taught by someone who doesn't have a proper background in that course. So and some also are about laboratory work in terms of the proper training equipment they didn't have. I have no issue with the EBK accrediting universities. The only issue I have with them is if they personalize, if they make the accreditation of personal issues, so that I'm not accrediting a certain university because the VC, we are not seeing each other eye to eye. That is my only problem. But accreditation is very important. It is very important for people to go through a system that is recognized. What needs to happen is there needs to be a proper structured way of accrediting universities. If a university doesn't meet that minimum requirement, for sure, you should not be accredited. But if you are meeting it and you follow the proper structures without personalization of the issues, this university should be accredited. That is my personal opinion. I'm a believer in proper procedures and following proper means of doing things. So if the university has the necessary faculty and has the necessary equipment and teaching materials, then there should not be any problem. Even EBK coming to accredit the university, there should not be any problem. So we should not personalize, but let us follow the proper structures. It is very unfortunate. I said it is very sad for me. I also grew up from a humble family. You join a university. I grew up in Turkana County. You come from Turkana County. You've never seen any engineer. You've just applied to go to an engineering school. And you come, once you've started, remember you don't even have money to pay for a parallel degree. And you're told your course is unaccredited. So leadership should come together and see how they should solve this issue. This should be done. I propose it should be done through IEK being a welfare society, taking care of its members and from graduates, student engineers to consulting engineers. They should take the mantle and lobby with EBK so that we don't personalize the issue of accrediting universities. But following of proper procedures, that one we should not compromise. That is my opinion.
So just as a follow-up, do you think EBK, whatever they are doing in this accreditation, are right when they come and now a student from wherever has been admitted, he has done first year, second year, third year, probably fourth year, or even fifth year and graduated? That is when EBK comes and says, this course is not, cannot be credited. Even if you believe in what you are saying standards, do you think they are right to do that as a person?
it is very wrong. But my question will be, a university offering an engineering degree, surely there's a lot of people with a mistake here. The university offering this degree, first of all, should not start offering a degree if they are not accredited. That is a mistake number one. Mistake by BK, leaving students to go through the whole course without coming, and then they come at the last time, at the last minute, is a very sad situation. That's why I'm saying there needs to be a solution to this thing, so that EBK, IEK, universities should come up with a solution.
Engineer, that's why I am asking you, as an aspiring leader, what is that solution you think? I mean, the solution you would propose.
From my understanding is, I've not been interacted with EBK, but I understand there's some personalization of accreditation of universities in some area. People from TUC have complained about that. So engineers need to sit down and look and talk about it and find a way of solving it. Because either way, Engineer Robert, let me ask you, what will you usually do? The situation is dire, the situation is bad, but I don't know if one person has not followed a lay down procedure, then they have put someone else in a very bad situation. Here, the university has a part to blame, the EBK has a part to blame, but EBK, in some instances, like there's some courses they told students to go back and do some bridging, some few courses and come back, which I think is a very good idea. So let us get these students who went through courses and they were not accredited. If EBK felt maybe there was something that was missing, they can just go back for a semester or so. You don't lose anything, and then come back and be accredited, because surely you've already put in a lot of effort and work, 5 years. So, but it's a sad situation. I don't know how to put it, because there's a lot of, it is a complex situation. The university doesn't want to follow the lay down procedure. EBK comes later, you didn't follow the procedure, so who's going to bend the law and break the laws? That is where the question is.
Engineer, I think somehow EBK is not giving direction on which courses to be upgraded. We have scenarios of some. I have good number, and I've interacted with many even in Telegram. There, Abdi came up with a question: why is somebody who has finished high school and gone through university and passed? The university criteria is either you passed, you took all the 3 sciences mostly, or just the 2, chemistry and physics at high school level. Somebody did not get the C plus, but the person got maybe a C in chemistry or physics, but he or she was taken to was admitted at the university and went through the university and even come out with first class degree. And then he goes to EBK, and EBK tells them that, oh, you failed this. You see, EBK is now even accrediting KCAC. You see, that is very wrong. We have
that is why I said, Engineer Ndolo, I said that matter is very complex. Because let me ask you, if the laid down procedure is, if you have a D plus or an, if you have a D,
Engineer Marambe,
if you have a D, you should not join university. Someone goes and bends the law and allows you to do this degree.
Robert,
is it fair? Let me ask you, is it fair?
No, engineer, this person did not get a D. This person passed with the minimum requirements to enter a university. And he also got the cluster to enter the particular engineering course at the university. You see? So, and EBK rather, is only accrediting their university programs as it is by law right now, right? Now, picture this. This person did not get C plus in, say, chemistry at the O level. This person goes ahead in year 1 university and passes that chemistry again, because mostly the chemistry at year 1 is like a repetition of what is in O level, right?
But that is my point,
Yes.
Engineer Ndolo. My point
Yes.
is, a university should not admit you if you've not met the requirements of doing that course. And how does the university set the minimum requirements of doing the course? They should be working together with the regulator. If the medical practitioners board has said you didn't do biology, or you got below this and you should not join a medical school, why will the university then bend the law and allow someone to join that? The regulator is right to deny that person.
But engineer, for many of us who've studied outside, I can tell you for a fact, I have studied engineering with people who did not even take physics at O level, and they come out and go to university and perform better, and they become better engineers. Outside the outside world does not peg you on what you did in high school. The high school is to prepare you. The high school is to prepare you for proper university education. That means, yes, you might take longer in the university because you not do physics in the previous years, but then because now, for example, for me who did my degree outside, I went through the physics in Kenya, and when I went outside, I was allowed to do only 2 physics. But those people who did not do physics at O level, like for example, I studied with people from Zambia and they did not do physics. They took 4 physics at the university. 4 semester physics. In Kenya, just to catch up.
Okay.
But in Kenya,
okay.
IBK is coming to
let us hear what Robert is saying. Let us hear.
Robert, now.
Let us hear what Robert is saying.
What I would do, you see, the same way we take a graduate engineer to transition to a professional engineer. We have a standard process. The interview, you do the report.
Exactly.
There's a template. Now, my idea would be, because I really pity this person who has done 5 years, then he comes out here, and then he is told he did the wrong course. He cannot be registered. Why can't EBK become innovative enough? They do a template for such kind of people. When you come out and you unfortunately went through a course which EBK realized much later that it cannot be credited, they take you through an interview, 2-stage interview. The first one to confirm that actually you are as good as the other guy from the other university.
Yes.
Yes. Then now, after that, you are issued with a GE certificate. Then from there, you are like everybody else. But this idea of saying you got a C- in chemistry, now we cannot even consider you. That to me, it sounds barbaric. I can't do it.
Okay, that one I agree completely. For the person who has been aggrieved, that should be done. We should have a system of making sure they get back into the system. But we should not do that at the expense of now encouraging universities to start creating such shortcuts.
Exactly.
Because it is their mistake. So I agree, we should find a way of making this student who has suffered through that get a way of being accredited. But let us, if we do that, let us not start encouraging. Yeah.
No. Sorry, but I personally do not think the problem lies with the universities. I think the problem lies with both IEK and EBK. Nobody knows what is IEK or EBK probably at the university when they are sitting and deciding we want to introduce this course. Have we sensitized them enough? I mean, are they aware?
Yeah.
Or they just want to say, okay, since this course is being done in this university A, we want to introduce it here. So
I think
Professor so and so, Dr. So and so,
we can create,
you teach this thing.
No, I think what we
I mean,
do.
our presence, the presence of the regulator,
yes,
should be failed. I mean, like they consider the medical board. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody should know that before you touch this engineering, there are guys who should be consulted,
All right.
but not people hiding somewhere and then coming to ambush you when you are in third year. That no, you are teaching the wrong thing.
All right, I get you, Korir. Let me see if I can summarize what I think I get the concept. And now let me tell Engineer Marabe. I think
Yes.
what Engineer Korir is saying is, all right, what I had alluded earlier, that we have a scenario whereby we have almost 50 million Kenyans, and the number is increasing, and the urge, the thirst for education is also increasing. So we will have universities coming out, and we know very well that in Kenya, we might not even have capacity to train more engineers to do masters and PhD to be able to teach in the universities. So there will be people who will be there. There will be more universities. The government's policy is to provide cheap and quality education, but engineers should be involved in all the academic thing as per the law, because it says that engineers board should be a regulator of both academics and the practice, kind of, because they have to accredit the program. But then again, at the Engineers Board of Kenya, 4 out of 9 members, or rather the commission, are seconded from Institute of Engineers of Kenya, IEK. So, and even in the Act, we have something called Kenya School of Engineering. This should be well structured so that engineers should go the same way the Kenya School of Law is, or Kenya School of Medicine. But I would rather we go the Kenya School of Medicine way, whereby people graduate, they enter the university, the Kenya School of Engineering, and if your course was not accredited, the board will say, okay, you will have 1 more year, say 6 months of in-class training, and then 6 months more outside before we give you the certificate, and then you continue, you progress to the next level. Because the Kenya School of Law of Medicine, you go through such kind of a progress, 1 year of full internship before you get even the first certificate to practice as a general practitioner. So what is your idea about Kenya School of Law? What do you think it can be? In my opinion, I think it should be implemented such a way that when somebody apply, they get the board. Right now, we are lucky we have a board with professors, and even before we had board with professors. So they will look at particular of your curriculum. You will do through, I think you lack 1, 2, 3 courses, and we will give you a way that you will do them here, or they second you to a university, say Kenya, Nairobi University, to do 1 or 2. So what is your idea about the Kenya School of Law? Medicine, of engineering rather, sorry.
No, my proposal is this. My proposal is if there are people who have unaccredited courses, EBK should find a way of giving these people a chance to get their courses and the individuals accredited so that they can become PEs. Whether they go through through bridging or they attend some classes, whatever, it needs to happen.
Good.
But point number 2, but my second point is this. This should not also encourage universities to start offering courses, because they know in the end, this student will have to go, they will still get accreditation because they will go through some process. Let us not mix those two. Let us make sure all courses in Kenya, EBK should be proactive to make sure all courses offered in Kenya are accredited. If there is anything missing, let them be advised so that they can be accredited. And also let us get away of the graduate engineers who have an accredited certificate. Let us find a way of accrediting them. I think that is my take, Ndolo.
Good. Now, I wanted to ask you this now. Now, you are going for election, and if all go well, you will be elected to sit in the council, right?
Yes.
And in the council, there are 4 members. The chairperson of the council of IEK, as it is is directly a member of the board by law, right?
Yes.
So what
Yes.
will you do in your capacity as now a council member to
Yes.
influence this? We have, if not thousands, but hundreds of students who've gone through programs that were not, that are deemed not accredited since, say, 2020. When did the act come into action?
2011.
No. 2011 it was assented. Then it took, I think, 2013 when it fully became operationalized. So from 2013 to date, there are so many students who've gone through Technical University of Kenya, Technical of Mombasa, Eldoret University, even Nairobi University, Petroleum Engineering, Biosystem Engineering. What will you do? Can you chip in and say that, okay, if Engineering Board of Kenya has come up with a program, a graduate engineering internship program, can they take all these people who are said to be have gone through an accredited program and look for a way to assist them to build in the gap that is required of at least one engineer to 2,000 citizens? How can you pitch in your view on that, and how will you do it to the chairperson so that the chairperson can take it to the board?
Thank you, Ndolo. And this issue has been actually tackled by almost all engineers. We are all aware of this sad situation. And if elected into the council, I'm very sure this will be on our table, and we'll be able to sit down and look at how we can handle it, because we 4 members of the council will be in IEK. And if not even that way, even the other members in EBK, they're all engineers. They all have family members who will go one day go through engineering maybe. So we are going to sit down and discuss through this. We can't. We don't have a proper solution. Say we have to form the School of Engineering. I know there's the GV, the graduate internship program, which is supposed to also help in this. But what I can say is this is an issue that is a big issue, and I'm very sure once elected into the council, this is something that we'll sit down, meet EBK, and under EBK, there's a lot of representatives from the universities, and try to get a solution to this thing. And we'll be able to solve it, because we don't want, even the unaccredited engineers, the ones so-called unaccredited, they are practicing engineering. So we are just, the EBK is just, and IEK is just preventing them from being registered. But in the real sense, some are even in Safaricom. They're handling this kind of project. So we'll find a way of sorting it. I think that is what I will say. It is a big issue, and we'll have to sit down and discuss this. It is a concern, and we will get a solution that will be able to serve the interests of the unaccredited graduates. That is what I will say.
So, in short, you are saying we can count on you to, if elected, within maybe 100 days, the first, or say 180 days, you bring something towards this? At
yes,
least
I've actually written it down.
You can share it with members.
I've actually written it down in my diary, and this I'll follow up personally and make sure we give a direction on this. We have to have a proper direction.
All right. So even if not elected, can we count on you to apply for some function committees so that you can also push agenda like this?
Yes. I am ready to serve the society. I will always be there to serve the society. After the elections, whatever the outcome, I know I will be there to serve the society member in a committee or somewhere, because I'm already a resource. I already know how the things should work, and let's say, like in mentorship, I'm saying I'm very passionate about it, and policy making and all this. So I'm ready. I'll be there to serve in the committees.
Thank you, Engineer, for that honest question.
But I'm also confident that Ndolo, you are going to elect me. So why are you So please stop it. Thank you.
So maybe I might not vote. You might never know. 23rd is very
Thank you.
far. Maybe some of us will not be there. You don't know you don't know the plan of God, yeah?
Yeah.
Anyway, one last question. When did you become a PE?
2018.
2018. From 2018, how many graduate engineers are under your mentorship to attaining corporate membership status?
The ones who have successfully transitioned are 6. Currently, I'm engaging, I think, around 6, 8. So 6 have already transitioned, and I have 6 that I'm mentoring currently.
So from 26,
and 4 are working in my company. 2 are working outside the company.
So from 2018, when you became a corporate member, you have mentored 6 to be fully corporate members.
Yes.
Maybe you can share this the structure of how you did it. You did it in a very short time. You are able to, because you finished 2018, and 2018 to date is not even 3 years, and you've managed to.
Yes. So basically, like some of them were even my former colleagues. So they already had gone through projects. We did projects together, and what they were required is just to document whatever the projects they've handled, and we were able to go through that. Yes, and sit down and go through the reports and make sure they're well documented. But I've mentored even engineers who are senior than me. One is working with East Africa Portland Cement. It's just that, like we say, there's a lot of, there was also a lot of fear mongering that getting registered is a very hard task. But I've tried my best where I can, working with my former colleagues. 2 of them have now transitioned. There was one who was used to work under me. Now he's working with KTDA. And then so people are I just try my best to assist.
All right, thank you, engineer, for that. Otherwise, some of us are engineers but not yet transferred to Kenya. That's why I'm fighting for that thing to be put online so that I can transfer my corporate membership down there.
I'm very sure it will be sorted.
So even if we don't vote for you, we will always pray that you win, because we need fresh blood, young blood who can be vigorous on top there. I believe even with our seniors, you will be able to work wonders at the council, because we need them. They have knowledge. We need them, and we also need them to guide us further with the experience they have gotten, even if it is soft skill, but we know them. We know they have the technology and the brains to assist us go far. And they can always, because of the network they have, they can always help us engineers to achieve the best for Kenya and for the future generation in Kenya. Otherwise, I thank you very much for joining us tonight. I know you are able to answer Engineer Korir, and many more people who will be able to watch this video later on. They will really appreciate it. Thank you, Engineer, for being my guest tonight.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Please vote Engineer Godfrey Marambe for ordinary council member.
All right.
Thank you.
Otherwise, members, you've heard from Engineer Marambe. Come out in large numbers, vote, maintain some ethics, some decorum in the electioneering period. And I wish you all the best, every candidate and every voter that is outside there. I wish you health, I wish you love, I wish you success. And may you do the best for Kenya in whatever you do. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you.